Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me again. So today I wanted to talk about a pet peeve of mine when people used to ask me to load data into their preferred software. So whether it was Petra or Petrel or Geographix, we'd be working as a team, we'd be gathering data, and there was always a question of how much data we had to gather or where we were looking. So say we had an AOI or a particular formation that we were interested in, or even with logs like a suite of logs that we were looking for. And people used to think that by limiting the amount of data that we loaded to begin with, we'd save time and energy because we had less, data to deal with, right? But as many of you must know, if you've experienced this, it actually takes just as much effort to load 10 rows of data as it takes to load 10,000. Because you go through the same steps, right? You have to select the data, you have to download it, you have to be able to put it into the application, and then you have to recognize what is in there. And so obviously, when you're looking at 10 rows and looking at 10,000, you'll be looking at them differently. But loading them into the application takes the same amount of time. And so that's always something that I used to fight with people. And I used to say, tell me everything you could possibly want, and then add a little bit more. And that will save time and energy, because knowing that you have all the information at your fingertips is the first step in building the foundation to your data analytics. I imagine it as kind of a data pyramid. That's not a very ingenious analogy, but if you have a big base and you're trying to reach, a pinnacle of analytics at the top, if you keep climbing up and down the pyramid to collect data, you spend a lot of time doing it. And so, wanted to share with you and let me know in the comments if that's happened to you. If you have encountered a project where you ended up loading a small amount of data at first, and then it trickled in, and the request trickled in, and it just drove you crazy. And it was a little bit of a death by 1,000 cuts. So what do you think of that? Let me know, and join me next time for another thought about data management.